Hi. Hello.
Hello. Hi. We're here, I guess.
Hi. I'm
We're playing a video
alive?
game.
Alive.
How dare you?
Wobbuffet, Dunsparce, Swooper, Whirlpool, Darmanitan. That was the pack that I just opened. It
Oh,
was
okay.
nothing new, and it was from the Lugia, which was the previous set because I've completed the current set.
How
Anyway,
dare you?
I have a question.
Okay.
Hey,
You always
hey,
have a question.
hey, what
Yeah.
what's
What?
What's an underappreciated or overlooked Pokemon that you love? Not a Pokemon that's hated,
Okay.
but one
Just one
that
that people don't talk about as much.
yeah, one that people don't really talk about.
Dustox.
Dusk.
Dustox.
I like a Dustox.
Yeah, it's a cute little moth guy.
Let's go
And people
friend.
always think about Beautifly,
True.
because that's the pair off, but I like Dustox.
It's a
Because,
little guy.
do you know why?
Why?
Because I did a Nuzlocke once and I had a Dustox in it. He lived.
I knew
He
that.
lived.
I did know
And
that.
and he became like when I would draw art of that character, of that trainer, I would draw her with Dustox a lot
Yeah.
rather than her starter. Sorry, Daryl, but Jackson gets the spotlight now.
Yeah, I have a few because I don't know which one of mine's count.
Mhm.
Because I interact too much with Pokemon content
Yeah.
to where like my view might be skewed.
Yeah.
Anyway, the one that I wrote down first, but I think actually has the weakest case,
Mhm.
is Zangoose.
Okay.
Because I like Zangoose.
Zangoose is cool.
It is.
I think it is overlooked because it is one of those like you look at it and you're like, this is super cool. And then you realize that it's just a solitary, it doesn't have like an evolution or a baby form. But I think it's cool enough to stand on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that for me, I do. It's not underappreciated for me because back to Nuzlocks, I read a Nuzlocke where Zangoose was like a prominent theme. Like literally the main character. Like this is one of them grim, dark, horrific
Those ones.
Nuzlocks where where they're like, hey, you know how your Pokemon are supposed to die in this? Yeah, we're gonna make that like realistic where it's upsetting. Anyway, the main trainer, she gets like attacked a lot and gets lots of like scars and other horrible things, and to the point where she has markings like a Zangoose, and that becomes her like nickname.
Oh.
Yeah. Because she has like all these like weird scars and like discoloring of her skin, like burn marks and stuff too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really upsetting.
Yeah.
The writing was really good for it. It's probably one of those that I would go back to read if I decided I wanted to read Nuzlocke again. That is one I would try to find because it was just really well written. It was set in Johto, so of course I loved it. It was a crystal Nuzlocke. And it starts off with the trainer being 10 years old, and then something happens to make Nuzlocke happen. So the Pokemon start going crazy and stuff, and she gets injured. And then it's like 10 years later, so she's like 20. And so all the other characters who would normally be younger are all adults because they're like, yeah, we're not going to have all these characters being children in this horrific world.
That's
and
nice
so
at
she
least.
has a romance with Whitney.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's really cute, and it's one of those where it's like, oh, you're like the first person to not make her just like a crybaby, evil child girl. You like gave her a personality.
Including the Pokemon Company.
Yeah.
You're the first one.
Yeah.
The other ones were Lantern.
No, you can't use that one.
Yeah, I
Lantern's
didn't
cool.
think so.
Lantern is a water electric type. You can't.
Another one is
Yeah.
Boltund, but definitely not Yamper.
Yeah, because I feel like people love Yamper
And then nobody talks about Boltund.
and nobody talks about Boltund.
I freaking love Boltund. Was my rock of my sword run. My first sword playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, this is one where it would have been an easy fit for this, but
Yeah.
then it got a mega like a week ago, and that's Malamar.
Malamar! What is the My Friend Malamar thing?
That's just the promotional thing that they did for releasing Malamar's mega.
Okay, because I saw everybody.
It's also
commenting
kind
on
of
it,
like
and I was
a mind control thing,
Okay.
because that's
Yeah.
kind of going into Mega Malamar.
Yeah. Malamar should be more on people's radars just because of its messed up evolution. like
Mhm.
how you do it is you have to literally flip the thing over,
Yeah,
which is like that's fun, that's cool.
it's cool and unique, but
And I feel like it's one of the more well-known weird things where people are like, oh yeah, you can't just give them a stone or level them up or trade them. You have to flip your controller, the whole dang
you have to
console over.
flip it over. And then, so we don't keep doing this for too much longer, you want to also say the hated Pokemon that we love?
Yeah. You
Okay.
go first.
Mine is Bruxish.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate on it for its design. It's camp. Get over it.
Yeah.
It's
And
got
also it gets
got
too much
teeth.
hate. It gets too much hate.
It's brightly
Okay.
colored and it has teeth. What's not to
Yeah.
love?
And then mine, Trubbish is an S tier Pokemon.
Trubbish is great.
Trubbish is an S tier Pokemon.
That's
it's
a little
literally
guy.
It's literally a better muck coughing line. It's just better.
Yeah.
It's cooler design, it's cuter design. It's literally the same idea, but they were like, let's actually make it look good. And people are like, it's just a trash bag. And it's like, okay, and Grimer is a pile of sludge. Like, anyway.
And
here's the
Pidgey's
thing.
a bird. What's your
and
point?
Pidgey's a bird. And whenever people are like, oh, it's an ice cream cone, it's like, first of all, it's ice shaped like an ice cream cone. It's not actually ice cream. And second, Geodude is a rock.
They gave that rock arms. What do you want? But I do find it very funny whenever people are, especially because it happens every single generation. Every single generation, I hear someone say something along the lines of, X new Pokemon is just a bird.
Yeah, they always have just a bird.
Yeah,
That's
like
the
people
point. They
act
gotta
like it's a
have
new
bird.
thing each time. Like they saw a flamingo and they're like, that's just a flamingo. Toucanon is just a toucan.
First of all, flamingo is like way more than just a flamingo.
It really is.
It's way more than that.
Do your flamingos typically have a knot in their neck?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have kind of upside down eyes? What you doing?
Yeah. Anyway.
Starly's just a starling. Get over
yeah,
yourself.
Exactly. Swanna is a swan. Ducklet is a duck.
Psyduck
Psyduck is
is
a
also a duck.
It's just a
Farfetch'd
duck.
is also a duck. Why are there so many ducks?
There's so many ducks. Because ducks are cute. That's
This is
why.
true.
Okay. Before we start, we should state that we realized we lost the first
VOD to
VOD,
Justice for All?
which luckily it is.
It
the
was just the
tutorial,
tutorial.
so there wasn't any story stuff to it.
And it's not like the second VOD is like, oh, we're starting in the middle of something. No, we
were starting.
finished that in that stream.
So it should be fine. Just in case people are like, "Hey, what happened here? Why are you missing this part?" That we realized we didn't have it. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As long as that one lady isn't important at some point,
She's
it's
not.
fine.
I didn't remember her at all.
Cool. Then it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry that y'all didn't get to see Pain.
Yeah.
Like, that's a loss.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, shall we get into the actual interesting thing and see best worst girl?
Okay. Yeah.
What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean?
No, I heard it's his successor this time.
Successor? Miles Edgeworth? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man.
Putting it lightly.
He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, all so he could win.
Correct. He also killed a man.
Yeah.
He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now his successor. Wonder what kind of person they'll turn out to be.
They'll turn out to be someone who was raised by someone who wanted nothing but perfection.
Yep.
It's no good.
Mystic Mai.
Maya! Oh.
Oh, it's Pearly.
Pearly! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then, you came here all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. You are 8 years old.
Don't tell me you walked all the way here.
Of course not. I ran.
Jesus Christ.
Pearl, you are 8 years old.
I can't. Oh,
This is why Phoenix has to adopt her. This
if
is
it
why
takes-
he has to have another daughter.
2 hours by train. Oh, man.
Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train?
I give up.
It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me?
Well,
At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who's that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. We went out for burgers. I got a milkshake. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life...
Maya, please don't mention that name ever again.
Huh? But why, Nick?
I'm sorry, Maya, I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back.
What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean?
Court will commence shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway.
Nick? They broke up. So sad.
And Edgeworth died.
There she is.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya. Why do I have the strange sense of deja vu? Are the prosecution and defense prepared? What is with this kid? Ahem! Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me?
Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Girl, you don't have to do that. You don't have a bullet in your arm. You weren't shot by Miles.
You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? No.
Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Secutor von Karma.
I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy.
I see.
I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge!
Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can. Why do you have a whip? Ah!
I'm talking. Man, that's a crime. If you interrupt me again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Ma'am, that's a threat.
Not
that is the judge.
Not in Germany, I guess?
I feel like they would be more strict about this in Germany.
They so would, but
I don't
like...
know much about the legal system, but...
Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Ah!
Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Prosecutor von Karma, please. Your opening statement. Please don't hurt me.
Those of von Karma blood have only one fate. And that is perfection.
Uh-huh.
The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes?
Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. I forgot her catchphrase. This is her catchphrase.
That's her catchphrase?
Yeah, she says, foolish fool who foolishly, like, a lot.
Oh, she is great.
I know, she's so good! 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea.
Girl, stop trying to be your dad. That guy sucked.
She gets better. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. So, like, she is kind of going for... She's not being like, that girl murdered the man. She's like, just, you'll change it from, So she is already slightly better. Instead of just guilty,
oh yeah,
guilty,
already
guilty.
She feels better than Manfred.
Well,
It's not a high bar.
There's a reason why she's your rival in this, and Manfred was one case, and then he's gone.
Manfred was a boss fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Justified self-defense. plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. He could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone.
How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness.
She's just as scary as her father, like daughter, I suppose. Hi, Gumshoe.
Witness, your name and occupation?
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct.
Get to the point already. He's answering your question. Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? It's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Ahem. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard from inside the room, sir. Look at this nice open space back here. Anyway, a few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. And that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that.
Stop wasting my time, then.
The direct cause of death was a pistol shot in the forehead, sir. Shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Stabbed in the front, died in the back. The court accepts it into evidence. Miss Wright, you may question the witness. Okay. Point blank, huh? So about how far away is that? Anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot point blank?
Tisk, 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country.
Excuse me?
Gunpowder burn.
Gunpowder burn?
When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder exploding is what makes the bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Live and learn. Stabbed in the chest. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'll come to the same conclusion too, pal.
A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. Francisca, you are adding nothing to the conversation. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What a pain. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe? Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now why would he have...
Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Faze, were also on the grip, sir. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Oh, I walked right into her hands there.
Well, now we need to learn about the knife.
Stabbed.
Stabbed.
Stabbed? What was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. A fruit knife? I see. And whose knife was it? Looks like it belongs to the Faze, sir. And of course my Faze fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? Doesn't look good.
Ha ha ha. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Do love this reaction.
She's so cute,
Pose,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, she is. That's enough. We've clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the two murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence.
2 shots fired. Did you see that?
Uh-huh. But we did hear both shots.
Mm-hmm. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally.
This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme.
Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes. Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? In the opinion of this court, that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. Well, what you don't know, lady, is that he is very stubborn.
This is true. What
And
will you
probably
do,
doesn't-
Mr. Wright?
I don't think he knows how to change the plea.
Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. Better think this through all the way. I thought.
One thought.
One thought. Maya innocent.
Maya innocent.
We plead justified self-defense. We would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labeled a murderer. Can't let that happen. Your Honor, have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal.
You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective,
Yes, sir.
present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike.
Yes, sir. Now see here, proceedings are run by... Ah! Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
Where's the bailiff?
They're scared of her, too.
I guess. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Clearly the only crime is murder. There are no other crimes.
Apparently. Perjury's not one. You can be in contempt of court, but
Blackmail
only if you're
isn't.
Maya. Sorry, pal, but there's some even more incriminating piece of evidence. It's the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So, this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. All right, Mr. Wright. There's fingerprints on both murder weapons, and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse?
Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing.
She's being respectful to her elders.
That's just gonna... If I press it, it's just gonna be like... Well, don't interrupt him if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's covered in blood. I can see that. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of a struggle, pal. So, did the murderer have to fight the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. We're in real trouble now. Only had something.
Check your court
Mama.
record.
She thinks she
Look
can
at-
decide the verdict with this testimony alone. If I find critical contradiction, somehow I'll have her. I'm not going to present anything. until I look at everything. Is this... But that's not... I don't think that's gonna get there yet. Unless it is.
You might need to get more
Might
evidence from
need
pressing.
to press a little bit more.
Yeah.
Alright. Why didn't you say this in your testimony earlier? You're kinda scared today, you know, pal? Come on, Mr. Wright. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that.
He's learning!
Everyone-
He's learning how to scare the judge!
Everyone's bullying the judge in Gumshoe today.
Because it says, you know, this is the costume, how do we know?
Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya. She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? It's the only thing I've ever seen her wear. No, I wanted to... It's the only thing I've impressed. There's blood on the costume. The lab results show that it's the victim's blood.
Yeah, sure.
So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could... glean? That should be glean.
Huh.
Huh.
Typo.
Well, there were more typos in the versions of this game before the re-release. I know that. Because I watched ProZD play the first game, and there were a lot of ones that weren't in there when we played it.
Yeah.
So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well...
If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on.
Ah,
Don't talk
yes,
about
Miss
costume.
Von Karma is perfectly correct. Now even the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I can chew... Press further. It's only one time that this hasn't been the correct choice. Why is Ms. Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? Must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. Right? I don't want to get whipped again. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it. Looks like it's time up. So about the costume. There's one little thing. Just a teensy little thing. Your Honor? Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you are talking about? Come this far. There's no turning back now. Is that?
What do you see?
It's the hole.
There's a hole,
Is the
which
hole.
proves someone shot at her.
I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? Ah, there's a tiny hole here. A hole? That wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's around this hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Are you holding
Okay.
the thing up to your face? There's blood on it.
I've done weirder things in this courtroom. Gunpowder? No one even told me. Hole that smells of gunpowder. It's like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Order! 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 This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Press the check button for details. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding?
Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. See, she's already not perfect.
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. You do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence then? No way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Do I just present the Kamala now? I assume it's that or the bullet hole.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't think we can do the bullet hole yet.
Yeah, I also don't think it's that yet.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna, like, ask, like, okay, then who shot her? Was it Gray? No, it came from behind the screen.
Or maybe he was lying down and shot at her or something like that. I think it's just... Yeah, let's look at his statements again, because it's just gonna be the costume, because we're stating, hey, she was attacked as well.
Sorry, pal. Incriminating. Costume.
Yep. Okay.
Covered in blood.
Yep.
Attacked by a
was not fighting back. There you go.
But it has a bullet hole in it.
Yeah, so present. There we go.
Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting.
Ha!
What is with the "are you finished yet" laugh?
Are you finished yet, Mr. Wright?
Ms. Von Karma.
It seems that Maya Fey was shot by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said?
Well, I know what I say. And that's ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, band.
Oh. Lovely.
Intoxicating, and then I don't know what that word is, and I don't think I should say it.
Probably.
Because I don't know it, and probably some part of it could be a slur for someone.
Yeah. Could be. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Yeah, because she's not guilty. Duh.
How about you? Why, that's right.
Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
Oh. Well, yes, that's true.
Furthermore, just the fact that there's a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
Huh? How so? Why'd you hit
Nope.
Gumshoe?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. I just realized, should she have a German accent? Because she was raised in Germany.
By myself? Probably. Do you want to do a German accent?
No.
Don't volunteer yourself for that. You don't gotta do that to yourself.
No.
I speak an okay amount of German at this. I don't want to do that. Not for an extended period. Not for the main rival of a game. You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. The scenario you have put together does make sense.
But it's also conjecture.
Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing? You literally saw the prosecutor say, "Hey, detective, make shit up."
Yeah.
Nothing?
Not only that, like, he was adding in, like, motives and stuff. Like, she took the opportunity to do this thing. It's like, you don't know what she did.
On the surface,
you don't know what she was thinking when it
does
happened.
Seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. None of you take this seriously.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, what?
There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. And in body strength, it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess...
You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix, right? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Kuren channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor.
I don't believe it. She even studied on the Kuren channeling technique.
Like I said before, I am perfect.
So with that, we all agree. Magic is real, right?
Yeah.
She transforms.
Yeah.
You can't do that without... I just need to be clear.
Also, ghosts are real.
Magic is real, ghosts are real, channelers are real.
Yeah.
And an actual thing.
Uh-huh. That is what is being proposed by the prosecutor, yeah.
About you were talking, I just got out of the iceberg 2 years ago. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Because the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Ah! Sorry. Let him be silly.
Yeah.
Where in the world did that pistol come from? Looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
That sounds like premeditation.
Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? I mean, like, here's the thing. If Maya did it, justified self-defense would be so easy.
Yeah.
It would be it would be a cakewalk, but she didn't.
Because here's the thing. They're saying she stabbed, he shot, then she shot. What if he shot, she stabbed, and then she shot?
Hmm.
Like, that's not what happened, obviously, because Maya didn't kill him.
Yeah.
But that's, that's an idea that could have happened.
Was he taking precautions against something? Well, he did murder the nurse.
Yeah.
So, channel
That's
her
not
ghost.
established yet, though. In
I
court.
know it's not, but he did it.
He did. You were right.
I believe the ghost. Victim took a shot. I don't see why I have to press, but I don't know. Saying the bullet hole and the costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah. 2 of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. I'm really glad you weren't hurt.
Since it brought up the costume, do we want to present it to that?
Do we present
to the
it?
statement? Present it to the statement because they actually brought up the evidence.
We could.
Because we just had the whole thing about point blank and stuff, and they're saying, oh, they were too close.
You right.
So, were they too close?
Music stopped. You right. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Eh? What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Yeah, explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the 2 of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, where is the gunpowder burn? It smells like gunpowder, but there's no burn.
Mm-hmm.
Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! There's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
Objection! I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that?
Yes.
With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. That's what you told Gumshoe to do 5 seconds ago.
Yep. And I implore you to disprove my line of thinking.
Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then when they were separated that he fired. How's that? There, I just made up bullshit.
As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that.
Well, then... That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There. That should satisfy even you.
That does make an awful lot of sense. She made it
Again.
up.
Speculation. None of this.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? I think it's
It's a
conjecture,
story.
Your Honor. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate.
It
Something doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. She's making it up.
There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor, and it's that she's entirely placing everything into conjecture. Fatal flaw? Yeah.
Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation.
There has to be a snag to her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. She was about to strike. The doctor took his shot. Must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking.
Do you know what the answer is?
Magatama.
No. If the first shot happened and hit her sleeve, where did it go after that? If she was preparing to strike, where would her arms be?
Up.
Exactly. Not to give away the answer, I have played this game.
Is it the
But-
rope again?
No, it's the screen.
It is-
because
it is
screen
the
is
screen,
just-
okay.
It's the screen. It's literally 8 inches off the ground. She was sitting down doing the channeling, and he shot her. Yeah, he made the first move, obviously.
This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I'd like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen.
Ah!
Looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that Yes. You've met them.
You've known them for over a year.
The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through the height at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order! Order! This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. The bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. This time, the defendant was in this area.
Well, you can draw a line.
Here. Right here?
Yeah, it's probably not super exact, I would think.
About where we found her, kinda.
Yeah.
Somewhere around here. Maybe not.
Maybe that's not quite right. Oh.
Sure.
Oh, okay, so that still wasn't quite right. Okay. Maybe it needs to be closer?
But it can't be close to him because then there was
No, to the hole.
to the hole here.
Maybe.
No,
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just gonna put her where I think she should be during this,
Okay.
and that's like right across from him. Like right there. What the hell?
Yeah. Okay.
Can you look it up?
Yeah.
I don't want to
hold on.
lose all of my lives to just...
Them being super particular about where it needs to be.
Yeah, if it turns out that it's like almost exactly where I put it the first time, I'm gonna be so mad. It's the freaking blue badger vase all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the first time we've had a problem with like map placement ones. What the heck?
Yeah. Okay. Apparently you weren't close enough to the bullet hole. You need to be literally right,
you-
like left of the bullet hole. Like, yeah.
Like right here.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it said something different. Fine.
Yeah. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim?
That's impossible.
But why?
You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Ms. Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume.
Yeah! Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You...
I'm gonna have to cut you off. Don't need to increase the age rating for this game. I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation?
Yeah!
Changes everything.
Yeah!
Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Exactly. That's still Gumshoe. If Maya Fey was the real... Oh no, I'm stuck. If Maya Fey was the real murderer... Phoenix, why do you sound like Gumshoe? He has a very infectious voice and personality. Ain't that right, pal? Why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. I genuinely don't think that Maya did it. I'm gonna be so honest, I've met that girl. I don't think she's capable of murder. Figuring things out, improving the logic behind everything is your job. Oh, alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the blast radius of disaster.
You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had such a tough time with you. You amuse me.
Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Their smiles look nothing alike. The thing that makes them look the most like is like the beauty mark by the eye. Did he have that as well?
Detective! How dare you damage my perfect logic?
Huh? How is this all my fault?
You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later.
Punishment?
Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness.
Next witness? It's gotta be Lotta.
Yay!
Very well, the court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness.
Lotta Hart.
Does my chin hair... there are only 3 chin hairs. I thought there were like 8. I'm not that great counting, pal. Can you count them for me? I then passed my numbers. I passed my letters just fine, though. I know all of them. A to Q. That was a close one.
I know you were giving it all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air.
I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself.
But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you.
Thanks? Tricked?
That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta. I almost said justice while seeing and reading art.
Lotta Justice.
I'm so Drawtective sprained. Everyone watch Drawtectives.
Watch Drawtectives, it's good.
Midnight Alley is great, even if it is on hiatus.
Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sis's ghosts will come haunt after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that.
You haven't... This is your first time ever leaving your village in 8 years, 9 years? How old is she again?
She's 8. I think canonically she's 8.
Okay. Court will now reconvene. Now the first...
I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. I mean, she didn't.
She did not witness the channeling.
I mean, toward the end, the ghost was still there or whatever. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing?
It's just fine.
Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza! Name and occupation. Oh, this is gonna be good. I declare, what in tarnation?
Oh, they're gonna butt heads so much.
Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self. Yes, it is.
That's fine.
It's not. That's...
We both went so crazy you went robot there at the end.
That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip.
Okay, I think we're back to normal.
There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools.
Oh, there's a cat.
A cat?
Hello, my cat.
Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. She knows how a court is supposed to go.
You also asked her to say that, and now you're not letting her.
The name's Lotta Hart. paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify.
Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay?
Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
Lotta, you know that ain't true. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Reckon course.
Excuse me?
Reckon course. It's short for, you reckon? Of course I did. Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court.
Moment of truth will be in that picture.
Let's see here. This here's the picture.
Okay, but what about the other picture?
Can't even see her face.
Nope. Certainly seemed that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. But also, that wasn't at all where we were shown her in the scene, so I don't know what's happening.
Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me.
Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber.
That's true.
But
what about the other bang? Was it really Phoenix?
Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot?
Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot.
I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell ya, that was a gunshot I heard.
It was like last
half
year?
A year ago.
About Christmas time?
We're in June right now, so yeah, half a year ago. Now this is where the story heats up.
That's true.
That seems like a lot.
Sure, it was the defendant, Maya Fey.
Sure, I'm sure.
Lotta seems awful confident in her testimony. Lotta, please think back to the day one more time.
What you getting at?
Remember what you said when we broke into the room? And how they place her over here, but for some reason she had her back to the...
Yeah.
It's murdered.
Maybe it's just... Yeah, it's set up.
Time like this.
Are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya?
When you saw the murderer at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct?
Well, you see...
Order, Miss Hart. You are here to present accurate testimony.
Yeah, sorry.
Got to shift things back to my side.
For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Eh?
Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. Person in the picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly.
Rats. Now I'm trapped like one. Again.
I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
I
You don't
wanna
know that.
look.
You don't know that.
I wanna look
You
at her
don't know.
picture. I wanna look at her picture. I wanted to look around here to see if I could see like a shadow or something, but I can't.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be in there. But you know, you can still
Be cool if there was.
press. You could press at least. See if we can get more out of the statement.
Are you absolutely certain of that?
Sure am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so
Old witch. Does she mean Morgan Fey?
but there was no one else in there, and you know it.
Channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black, despite the 1,000 candles. Is there really no one else in there? Behind the folding screen.
Folding screen.
Under the flooring.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
the
about-
Tommy Matt flooring.
Behind the folding screen. Did you check back there?
Rick Given.
What?
Rick Given. You know, you reckon that's a given. It took me a good I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart.
What? You got a problem?
Rick Given? I mean, I am having a little difficulty understanding you. You would stop. Ah!
Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony, or don't you?
Her story adds up. What's worse is I was there at the scene of the crime with her. Exactly how I would have told it too. Well, probably not exactly. Okay.
I mean, if she looked behind and didn't see anything.
How? She was immediately chased out.
Yeah. It is weird that she says, "Oh yeah, I looked through it all." Okay, well let's go back through everything. Is there anything we haven't pressed?
This one. It's really only those two?
What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer yourself? Was it really just the two of
Yes.
them? Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber. Yeah, okay. Great. Went outside and heard a bang. We already
Said
did that.
one.
You didn't press on this. Mr. Lawyer broke down the door.
So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door?
Yeah? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then?
I broke down the door, sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition?
No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. She is smiling rather. Take that as a good sign. Just as I thought, nothing wrong. Oh, God.
Okay. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey.
Hmm.
Yeah?
The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, You would have to be the defendant. What am I gonna do? Just let this go. What is it, Mr. Wright? You look like you have something to say, or that you need to use the bathroom. Which one is it? Make one move. I'm gonna have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present to prove? Yeah.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
No.
You can't present anything yet. We need more evidence.
That's true. Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor.
That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey.
I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence. That's enough. This it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that the verdict of not guilty is not possible.
I told you, totally, 100% impossible.
Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness?
Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed.
What about the defense? No further questions, I presume. I couldn't protect Maya. The defense...
Phoenix. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets.
Mia. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so unfortunately they were like, yeah, we're gonna do that to the 8-year-old as well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say?
But... pearls?
Her clothes are a bit small. Yep, we don't need to focus on that. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go.
She's already taken away every advantage.
The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday?
Dr. Gray. Click. Was murdered. What? Two pictures.
You see, there's one final piece to this puzzle.
Yeah?
Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but...
It's probably not on purpose.
She's not testifying truthfully.
She forgot.
Or she was told not to.
Probably both. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. Afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore,
It's fine. I'll allow another testimony.
Thanks, Francisca.
Von Karma's case is perfect, absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that?
But, I mean, I have some place I must go after. Yeah. All right. I'll allow it. Miss Hard, please hurry and give another testimony.
Where do you think he was going to go? Go fishing with his buddies? Getting a beer with the boys? Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about?
Well, it is June. Maybe he was going to swim and think about Damon Gant.
Oh, maybe.
Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber.
Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right?
Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. I think it got through the skin that time. Ooh.
When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
And shot.
And one shot.
Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony are very vague. I should press her on those.
Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. We could probably... A shot! Excuse you.
2, right?
To what?
2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Hart, where's the other picture you have been withholding?
No. You've got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't even mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil.
Oh, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown us this other picture to the court yet?
Well, ain't it obvious? The prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it.
Ah. What? Von Karma. Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence?
Your father would be proud.
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father.
Ooh.
I don't
What are you
know
gonna
what to do.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Which one do you want to do?
I don't know. The judge can't do anything.
That's true.
He's useless. Your Honor, the defense asked the prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yeah.
You know what that is? Me in contempt of court? Yeah. You can't be serious.
Listen, he just learned that he can do this. Do you know how many times he could have done it against Miles? In like almost every case. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair.
Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child?
Both. So angry I lost my composure. Ms. Von Karma, do you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all.
How could you think?
These pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence.
More trouble than it's... How can you say that? Isn't a Von Karma's case always perfect?
If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh! Who's that?
Yeah, this is totally the same as the first one. In so many ways. This looks exactly the same.
Yeah!
What is this picture?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime.
Just realized I'm talking way too directly into my microphone and I'm probably hitting all those plosives.
Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important point here is the person in this picture is most definitely not Maya Fey.
And I know. I've seen her so many times. This is the second time she's been in court as a defendant.
She's almost always near Phoenix, except for like, I don't know, the past 6 months or something. Then there was that other girl that kind of looked like her. Kept talking about science. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person... I mean, it's technically not. But it also is, but it's not. Well, use it or lose it. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. I've met her. It's not her face. Her whole body has taken on a different... it's not her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Order! 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 Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia,
No,
we did it! Oh, that was you. You're too soft.
Huh?
You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face.
She's smiling.
I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room.
Why is it from this? What?
Yes.
Why is this the angle?
This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit.
Yeah, so Maya didn't fucking do it. It's unbelievable that she can...
Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Literally look to the left of Phoenix right now.
What? Who are you?
Miss Von Karma, a word if I may.
Mia?
Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Hey, we found another crime. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence.
Oop.
Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place.
What?
From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind.
You can tell. I don't have even a single witty line.
It looks like we've been had.
I don't claim to understand this, but I still cannot believe it. Are you saying this person is the defendant Maya Fey? I give up here, the trial will end, but if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Any way I can prove the person in this picture is not Maya? Can I?
Of course you can. Look at her sleeves!
Oh shit. Here's the thing, in the first picture I did look at the sleeves,
Uh-huh.
but I forgot to do it now.
Yeah.
Your Honor. Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. Why does everyone feel so violent towards me today? This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction?
So you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep.
Is
Meow.
right there. Boop. Hey, do it.
Yeah, hopefully it's not going to be so specific.
Please direct
This
your
time.
attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing.
Should be there? Ah!
The bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then should it be in this picture? If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Ms. Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Careful, Phoenix, that's why your dad killed Edgeworth's dad. Alright, this should do some major damage to our argument.
Don't celebrate yet.
You like to bring down the mood, don't you?
Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face.
She's making the same face, isn't she? Yep. She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again.
Tisk, tisk. Jumping the gun, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case.
I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. The woman knew everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything.
But you can't prove that.
Yeah, you could... These and their mind-reading abilities.
Franziska von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion.
Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, on this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, all right?
Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, only one logical explanation for the contradiction.
Okay, we want the picture to be real. And we want the bullet hole to be made during the thing, right?
Yeah. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. Can only be one, and there can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether.
What?
Order! Order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial.
Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess.
Complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us.
Hey, witness. Ah! What the heck? Is that a way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only 2 of them when you entered the room. Well, you know. If you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Ah! I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from?
The more and more familiar face every time I look at her. Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Feel that, Phoenix. Anyway. Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses 2 very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on. You can't fall apart here, Phoenix, right?
Can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this?
Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you've had enough? You have enough in you to turn things around even now?
To turn things around. To turnabout. That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective.
Phoenix?
So where did the intruder appear from? Where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at the situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? What if Maya had left that room somehow? I could prove that either one of those conditions were true. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is...
There were only 2 people in the room.
Maya had left.
Go ahead.
Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point. The defense can prove it.
Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room.
Key! It's the only way in and out.
Miss Hart, do you remember this key?
Well, I've seen it. Hey! That's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah! That's why we all couldn't get the door open. The key's the only one of its kind, after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yes. Looks like she's catching on.
I'm afraid to ask, but... why is that key currently in your possession?
Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest.
Ah, well, ain't that the kick? So, how come you're holding it?
I got this as a present from a certain little girl. That little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time.
That's preposterous.
This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding the key you see before you.
No!
It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that the person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma.
How can this be?
At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
My perfect case? How is there a flaw in my perfect case?
Because she's not guilty.
Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to that, though.
And I don't intend to lose here in the courtroom to a fool like you.
Oh, no.
I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict.
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Yay! Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know?
Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that.
Nick? I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like what happened in that room, for instance.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Aw, I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me?
Sure. Alright, Pearls, you ready to buy some tickets?
Huh, a tick cat?
Poor thing. So sheltered.
I don't think this is sheltered and more like neglect.
Yeah, there's sheltered and then there's bomb sheltered.
Yeah. So we got 10 minutes. Do we want to continue or end it
We
just
can-
slightly early?
Do the first scene.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick.
You're welcome. To come and look into a few things here today anyway.
I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man, he was not a nice man.
He was not a nice man. She definitely didn't.
Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person.
Yes, Pearls.
Oh, I see.
I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial? I don't know how to talk
really
to kids.
surprised. I had never seen so many people before.
You sure haven't. Oh,
There were maybe 20 people in the room. And Mystic Maya looked so small and helpless.
well, Maya's already naturally short, so
And then that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes.
roughly. Oh, she means Francisca.
She had such a bad attitude.
Yeah,
She acted like she had already decided that Mr. Maya did it.
yeah. It's a
I'm going to
prosecutor
tell her
thing.
I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow.
I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. prosecutors.
Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya?
Well, she's the opposite of a well. Is lawyer specific to defense attorney and then
No, it's
prosecutor is
defense lawyer and prosecutor. Yeah.
prosecuting
there's
attorney?
Yeah, like you're still a lawyer. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. She's the
Pretty
opposite
sure.
of a
Yeah.
lawyer. Prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent. All they care about is if they win.
That's terrible. But she's a really good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right?
No one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Well, he might have become a good guy, eventually.
He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mr. Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. Edgyworth? Aw.
Of course he's angry. That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore.
6 months ago. Huh?
Clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely and died for it.
He's not dead.
Absolutely not.
Oh. That's too bad.
And if you're watching at home and think that's a spoiler, no.
It's not. We literally see him get on an airplane in the end of the last. He just leaves.
Left. He might have faked his
Yeah,
death or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he might have faked his death. I don't think he did, though. I'm pretty sure he just left and Phoenix is mad at
If
him.
you know
They
anything
broke
about
up.
the history of this franchise, no, Miles Edgeworth is not dead.
No. He's in England?
Probably.
I'm trying to remember where Investigations is. Isn't it in England?
I don't know. I've
I
never
don't
played
know.
an
I could be completely. I've
Investigations.
never played it, so I couldn't tell you.
I barely even know who Eustace the Winner is.
Anyway, oh, that's too bad.
It's not even his name, it's Eustace Winner. Who's Brian DeBest in fan translations.
Uh-huh.
I know too much. Anyway, by the way,
Yes? What is it?
you wouldn't happen to know anything about who a murderer is, would you?
What? Why would you be asking me?
No, I was just thinking earlier.
I didn't see anything.
She didn't see any. What? Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls? What was she doing? Top of that, this key. Just when did she pick this up? Pearl's alibi.
Hey, Pearl, did you kill a man?
Listen, I'll defend you as staunchly as I'm defending Maya. Just realized that I never asked you what you were doing during the time of the crime.
Eh?
Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened?
Ah!
Hmm?
What was I doing? I wasn't doing anything.
You're bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone else, I promise.
Oh.
2 locks.
I guess you can see through my lie, huh?
Yeah, clearly.
I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick?
No.
I'll use the thing. You have to use it on her.
Right.
Court record. There you go.
Wait, no, I have to do the present option on this.
Yeah, present. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because they can't just have it on that screen. Pearl's alibi. Pearl? You have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay?
tell you what happened.
Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound?
What? You can do that?
Yes. You tell me if I guess something right, won't you?
Yes.
Now then, the murder was taking place.
The murder was taking place? Is that what he said? Well, that's the channeling chamber.
Where were you?
Oh, where were you? Okay.
I mean, my guess is Winding Way or side room.
Yeah, Winding Way was where we found her, wasn't it?
Typically, that's where we find her. You were here, weren't you, Pearls? In the Winding Way.
Wow! You got it!
So, do you think you can tell me now?
I'm sorry, not yet.
Man, oh man, alright, what's next? Okay, I think I know what you were doing.
Do you really know that much?
Well, I am a lawyer, you know. What was Pearls doing in the Winding Way? Gun. No. Knife.
No.
I mean, key.
Yeah, probably key. Because I don't see anything else that it would be.
So?
I feel just a little better.
Huh?
You are a lawyer, but you're also still just a person after
Nope,
all.
it's not the key.
Oh. Huh.
Okay. Do I not have it yet?
Maybe?
Fruit knife. I feel like it can't be the fruit knife. Why would it be the fruit knife?
Maybe you can present stuff after? Yeah, maybe you have to, like, do something else. So instead of presenting the thing, you can present the key now? Or something?
About this key, Pearls. You found it on the day of the murder, right?
Yes.
Now, where you found this key is very important. So please tell me, Pearls, where did you find it?
I found it in the incinerator.
The incinerator? She's talking about the one in the garden.
The door in it was a little open, so I took a peek.
When was that?
It was after the channeling when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick?
Yeah?
Are you going to tell my mother?
Huh? You mean tell Morgan what you did?
Yes. If she finds out that I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking.
Ah, gotcha. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? Incinerator, huh?
Okay. Well, we know where to go.
Oh, she's gonna be here, isn't she? Oh, I guess not. Already over. Cool. Oh.
That's suspicious.
That's, Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Oh, it looks like running at top speed towards me. God.
Oh, hey! Like, you're that dentist guy.
Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again.
Oh, like, real suave. So it's like my turn? It's nice to see you too. Bleh.
So, what's up? You're all out of breath.
Like, huh? Oh, like you mean... Like, I'm just totally happy and, like, totally excited to be here. Bleh.
Excited?
Like, I mean, there are like so many things to like see. It's like the real deal here.
Oh, really? For example?
For example, like that urn over there. Do you like know about it?
It's an old cracked piece of pottery. Anyway, I'm doing something. That's right. Girls found this key inside the incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it. Tiny bit. Still. I'll be back for you later. Or does that help me with Pearl at all? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go back to Pearl, save, and we'll end there.
Yeah. We can get it started next time on
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon
Reunion
Ball
and
Attorney.
Turnabout. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm Bard.
I'm Phantom.
Bye.
Goodbye.